Okay, perfect. So let's get started on talking about direct mailer campaigns through command. So I want to kind of walk you through real quick. We got about 30 minutes. So I'm going to walk you through creating a design, something you don't necessarily have to do. But if you wanted to send something out that you designed yourself, how to create a design through command. And then let me break up my sentence real quick while I shut my door.
My concern, Kay, is we're 80.
Oh,
Now they want 10 more days. What are they going to ask for?
And making that design, putting it on a postcard, and then sending that out. So I want to run through all of that. And if you're on mute, just unmute yourself if you have a question, or put something in the chat. If I see Sierra and Sue, hey. If it's easier for y'all to put something in the chat, feel free to do that, so that you don't have to. Well, actually, y'all have a microphone, so yeah. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them as I go. Interrupt me; I will not mind. That will actually help me if you interrupt me, so that we can get questions answered while we're actually focused on the topic. And if you don't have a question, make sure that you mute yourself, so that anyone who's on like speaker view isn't hearing something else. So actually, let me just go through, and I'm going to mute everyone. Okay, there we go. All right, let's get started. So the first thing, like I said, I want to go through is creating a design for a postcard that you might want to send out. There's a couple ways when we're in this command home screen, there's a couple ways we can get to designs. We can go through here. One of the little applets over here is actually designs. Or the way I always like to do it is through this designs updates. They give you some cool little designs you can send out. A lot of these are going to be like holidays, and then one created by an agent. This completely blank one, I guess, is the featured one. So that's really good. That'll be very useful. But let's go through the actual designs tab. So I'm going to click designs over here. And again, I'll always say, never forget that if you click this red KW square up there, it pops out the names for all of the little applets that are in command. And that'll help you to know if you're not on it every single day like I am. Some of these may get confusing to you. So that's always an option that you can click. So I am now here in all of my design templates. Mine is probably going to look a little bit different than yours because, like I said, I'm in this every single day. So you'll see that in just over time, the classes that I've done, talking to agents, I've made 75 designs. But what I want to do is make something for a postcard. So I'm going to click this plus button down here. I'm going to click print and then next. What that's going to do is bring me to kind of a different site that's called We Design. Sometimes you'll have to log back in. It is all through command, but it just kind of takes me to a different page. And you'll see it takes, normally yours will open up, and I think it'll actually have open this right here, these designs right here. These are all built for postcards. You'll see they have the sizes down here, 6x11, 6x11, and some of them I think 6x9. There's bigger and smaller ones. These are just templates that you can use. You can change they have the little sizes right here, but then there's also a bunch of different, this is over here on the left on this drop down, the My App. This is sending them your app, sending them that link to your personalized KW Consumer app. And you'll also see over here there's drop downs for lots of stuff for sending out for printed content. Here are templates for listing presentations. And these are not just the fronts of a listing presentation. This is, if I click into this design, and this may have been a mistake because this may take a while, but this is an actual template for a listing presentation. That is not just the first page. This is something that you can use to build out a listing presentation. You'll see I'll scroll through all here, so it has places for you to put pictures, places for you to write in content, all of that. So there's tons of print designs we can do on here, and I will get going on a tangent very quickly if I don't bring it back in. So let's look at some that are actual postcards. You'll see here we have some that are for sale stuff, just listed, and there's stuff like door hangers, bifolds, all this stuff on here that you can do. So if you want to, I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm not actually going to bring it in. But let's say I wanted to send out a postcard to a certain area that said, you know, just what do you think your home would be worth right now? I might want to use this letter right here. How I would do that is I would click this use button. And then I would go in and just edit this down to how I wanted it. So I like all this curious about selling. Let's say I like the content in here. I do need to edit this KWDBA name to be my own. And the way I'm going to do that, I'm actually going to delete this one that says DBA name. And this is a tip for everyone to remember. We have it on our kwgsresource.com website. We have links to it. We have a video that talks about how to get to these marketing resources. But if you go to KW Connect, so if I go to kwconnect.com and I am logged in and I go to this resources tab and I go down to marketing, click logos and branding, and then scroll down a little bit to right here, this little Market Center logos. Right here, type in 973 and click download. That's going to give me a folder of all of the, let me see which one it is. Should be in, oh, this Great Smokies, this stuff right here. That gives me a folder of a bunch of DBA logos that I can use. So that right there, I've downloaded it 3 times now, so I'm not going to download it again. But once I had that downloaded, I can go into images, click drag and drop, find that one, which is Great Smokies, RGB, double click one of these. It'll bring it in. You'll see that I have it already right here. And I am just going to click add image, that little plus. I'm going to resize it. And again, I know I'm going kind of quick, but this is recorded, so it'll be posted to the YouTube page later. Put that right there, and then just fill in this information. So right here, I'm going to double click all this, start filling in my name, fill in all this information. And again, I'm going to kind of just do some stuff like we're going to pretend. So let's just say I fill in the rest of that information. Now I can come up here and rename it. So let's call this home value card. Download that. Start download. That's going to put it into my files. And then now I have a template that I can use if I want to put in if I want to do a custom card. So now that I have that, you'll see this is 8.5 by 11. So this might be more of a flyer. But that's kind of how you use designs to come up with your own postcard or flyer that you wanted to send out. If it was a door hanger you wanted to send out, they have tons of stuff for there. Just explore some of the stuff in here. You know, here are some holiday greeting stuff that you can do. So any of this, just take a look at it. You could send a card that looks like that. There's tons of stuff you can do. But now that I have that downloaded, I'm actually going to go in and show y'all how to do the postcards. So I'm going to go back to command real quick, and I'm just going to do that by going to agent.kw.com. You see I'm back in this home screen. And so now we're going to get into actually how to do it. So over here, all of a sudden, all this stuff has become smaller. I am not exact. Okay, there, and it changed. Interesting. So now I'm going to click on the campaigns applet. So you'll see this little megaphone right there that says campaigns. I'm going to click on that. This is where I can run any ads, any emails that I want to go out, any social posts that I want to go out, and you'll see right here, any direct mailers that I want to go out. So the first thing for these that you're going to want to do is put your payment information in. So you click this payment button, and it's going to run your card or run whatever payment information you have straight through that. I don't think I've put my payment information in there, but I'm not going to click the button just in case it is saved in there. Not that I don't trust any of you, it's just that I don't trust any of you. So I'm just going to go straight into create a new campaign. So when I click that, it's going to give me the option to pick which type I want. And again, if I've connected my Google Ads account, if I've connected my Facebook or any other kind of social stuff, I can run them through there. But I want to do this direct mail. So I'm going to click that. And for this one, let's say I want to send out something. Maybe I recently sold a home in a neighborhood, and I want to send out stuff to other people in that neighborhood. So this is maybe, let's say 123 Main neighborhood postcard. I'm going to name it. And what is my goal? So I can pick from all of these, and for this one, okay, let's say that I have just sold or I've just taken this listing and I want to advertise it to the people around, because remember, and this is one of the things I've actually recently learned in my second reading of The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, is that one of the main reasons you should be advertising your listings is to get more listings. It's not always to find someone who's going to buy it. It can be to actually get more listings and find buyers, even if it's for other homes. Because if you've listed it right, it's going to sell. And so when you're advertising it, one of the main things you should be looking for is getting more business out of it. It's not always just about selling that. Y'all may have known that because y'all are the experts, but it wasn't until this read through of the MREA that I took that information. Okay, somebody, I can, okay, there we go. Now everybody is muted. So I'm going to say that this 123 Main Street, I've just listed it, and I want to send out postcards about that. So I'm going to click, my goal is to advertise this listing. I'm just going to use the default templates they provided. Again, if I had made both sides of my postcard in Designs and I wanted to use that, I would pick upload a custom template, and that's just going to open up my files, and I can select those pictures that I've saved, those downloads that I saved, post them on the front and back. But I just want to use one of their default ones right now because maybe I don't have time to go through Designs and do that whole thing. So I'm going to use the default templates provided, and I'm going to go ahead and click Set Up Campaign. And now that I've gotten here, I'm going to stop for a second and see, does anyone have any questions? Either post in the chat or unmute yourself and let me know. I'll open it up for about a minute or two unless nobody speaks up, and then we will keep just running forward. Okay. Just checking to make sure. Okay. So I'm going to keep chugging along. So now it's going to have me select a listing. Right now, only my listings, not an agent yet. I'm going to select all listings over here. You'll see on the right, status active, show only my listings. I'm actually going to select all listings. Now it's just going to give me all the listings in everywhere. Right now, 1,790,459. I wanted this one to be 123 Main Street, so I'm going to type in 123 Main. And let's find one that I like. I kind of like this one in Oakland, Illinois. Didn't know that was a place. But like I said, or do I like this one in Allentown, New Jersey? I kind of like this one in Allentown, New Jersey. So I'm going to click select, and it's going to bring some listing information right there. You'll see that I may have to fill in some information down here. If we had to guess how many bedrooms and bathrooms that is just based off that tiny picture, let's just say it's 5-bed and like 6 bathrooms. I like that. Again, you would put real information there. And this is pulling from the MLS, so it's already going to have a little description. And here I can pick from different sizes. I kind of like this one. I kind of like this one. This 6x11. No, that's huge. I'm going to pick 6x9. And again, the prices are going to be different on these, so just kind of look into it, play with it a little. Once you've got the rest of this information, maybe come up here and select each one and see what your price is at the bottom. But now that I've gotten that picked and this picked, I'm going to collapse the drop down for listing details and fill out the rest of the information. Now, for listing photo, it's going to be what picture out of these do I want to be featured just like it looks right here. So in this little image, you can see that how this picture is going to show up. And I think for that one, a good picture, let's just use this first one. And let's actually see if it works, because some of these have some, so this one's low resolution. It gives me yellow, which I've actually never seen before. So let's see if it lets me save it. Nope, it doesn't. So let's see if any of the pictures that they have put on here are good resolution. It looks like they're all going to be the same resolution. So let's see, what is it looking for? 1800 by 2700. So that's why. What if I click this one? Well, if this is a home that you have yourself, you'll probably have some professional photos saved on your computer. So you can pick one, but I do want to make sure that we get a picture in there. So I'm just going to click this plus, and I'm going to find a picture on my, I know I've done this before. So let's go to pictures, maybe in here, no. Let's find a picture. Maybe I'll have to go online, which will be fine. Again, it's just asking me for a picture at a certain resolution. And this may be an issue that you run into. So let's see how we can figure this out. So again, you would have pictures. You could always ask your photographer, you know, I need something at this quality when it is downloaded. So I can go to, let's just look up Cool Home in New Jersey. That's where we're doing it. And now I'm going to be kind of looking for, let's see if I can get that. Oh, Lord. Gotta wait for this thing to go away. So I'm looking for recommended size 1800 by 2700. So I can kind of look at these pictures and see about how, usually they have like the information of how big these pictures are somewhere, don't they? This one's 1199 by 801. So I just need to keep looking. That one's tiny. Keep looking through these until I find one that is the right size. And it may come to the point that I cannot find any that are that size. Let's try this one. Save image. Let's do that. Let's see if that one works. Upload and replace image. Pictures. Let's see if that one. 1, 2, nope. So it's still not taking that size of picture. Let's try the compact then. What more information does it need here? Just needs less there. Save that. Okay, now 1200 by 1800. That should be way easier to find. So then this one should work. So let's do, there we go. Okay, so looks like finding a picture is going to be the easiest for the 4x6s, and that's probably going to be the easiest for mailing something out anyways, is this 4x6. But that is just kind of that's a quick insight into how we need, if you get that error on the image, that's how it works. If you have, you can always contact your photographer and say, hey, you know, when I download this, I need it to be 1200 by 1800. I think it's actually 1800 by 1200. I think this is the way that they have it on this screen is kind of flipped. But just talk to them about the resolution that you need it at and how it's going to look best on the postcard. But finding that picture. So I walked through that, but it was a little confusing. So do any of y'all have questions on that, on getting the picture right for that? Again, I think some of these might have worked for this size, this smaller compact. Some of the pictures they uploaded on the MLS would have worked for the 4x6 card. But yeah, again, like I said, do any of y'all have questions about that? Because I just kind of know how to work that thing, but I realize that some of y'all may not. Okay, so now that we have that photo up there, I'm going to collapse that as well. I'm going to fill in the agent information. If this is your listing, it would have already filled in yours. Since I took this just from a random one, I do need to put in my information. Make sure this is right. Save that. Market Center. This used to be a point of it would be an obstacle that people ran into. But now I think they have fixed it where if you just type all this information in, it used to be that they would stop you if it wasn't exactly right, and it would be basically impossible to get it exactly right. But now they have this little verify address button. They'll give you this corrected address, even though I typed it in pretty much exactly right. I can just click confirm address and it breaks that down for me. So now I can click this preview postcard. You'll see that this is all the information that I have filled it in as. Let's see what the back says. This is the bio that I put, and then this is just the address and stuff will get filled out later. Where that 95 million came from, I'm not exactly sure. So let's go back and fix that. So that would be this listing details. Does have 950,000. So let's just make sure 950,123. Okay, and I'm going to save that. And let's see if it saves right this time. Still says it's 95 million. So I will have to contact somebody to see exactly what's going on there. But no, this is all, it's got to be pulling from there somewhere. I'm not sure what we can do about that. But if that's an error you run into, give me a call. Hopefully that will not happen on yours. I'll be calling someone about that. So now I want to set my budget, which is down here at the bottom. How many postcards do I want to send out? Let's say on this one, I only want to send out 100. And I don't necessarily need it to be Oh, well, I guess for these, it is first class. That is your option. So it's telling me that my price is going to be $59. That's 59 cents per postcard. I'm going to click save. And then I'm going to click this step 2, configure targeting. Once I'm done with all that, am I sure I want to create this campaign? Yes. Now we're going to pick where we want this to go out to. So there are a couple ways you can do this. This right here has taken that address. I've said I want it to target 100 homes. I did that in the last one. It has just given me the default who to send it to. And it's showing me with these blue dots who all is going to get sent to. So essentially what it has done is it has given me a radius or kind of like a neighborhood of who this is going to. And it's showing me these blue dots and all these locations that it's going to. Maybe I don't want it to go to exactly 100 and I want it to go to a larger area. What I can do is scroll up and click this targeting tool, scroll back down, and then I'm going to zoom out a little, and I'm going to draw an area, which is going to be a little tough with this trackpad. Let me think how I'm going to do it. I'm going to draw an area that I want this to go to. So I'm going to draw this polygon, connect it over here, and then you'll see it's going to populate more of these homes. It's going to give me all the ones that this must be a just kind of blank area. But now it's going to 127 homes. And again, I can hover over any one of these dots and see what the exact address is. I can select to send one to my company address if I want to. And once I am done with that, it'll give me the full breakdown of how much I'm sending. And again, I can select that, maybe I don't want it to go to people with 5 bedrooms or something. I can take this down to 3. It'll change how many these are going to. Again, show me the addresses. Now I'm sending it to 46 homes. And so it's kind of telling me, this is, there's not a lot of homes in this area that match that filter. So I may want to play with these filters. It's going to, again, show me the price. And then when I hit next right there, hang on, I need to admit people into the waiting room, or out of the waiting room. And so then once I have done all that, again, it shows me the price. I hit next. It takes me to the payment form, and I click I'm ready to pay it. And that is how, from the design to getting it into command, putting a listing in, bringing it out, to send out those mailers in command. So now it is 2:30. I want to be respectful of y'all's time, and go ahead, and anyone who is still here, open it up to questions for y'all. Do any of y'all have any questions? And again, like I said, this is recorded. It'll be posted to both the Facebook and the YouTube channel once it is down, or once it is uploaded. And you'll be able to go back and watch it and kind of see what I did. I see that Sue is raising her hand. Okay, and we're unmuted. What you got, Sue?
So I don't want to send it that way, like a geographic area. I have like an Excel list.
Uh-huh. So you'll have to, what you are able to do, I believe, is there's a way. So instead of just doing it through that, let me erase that. And instead of the targeting, you are able to go through, I will say you'll have to do like a lot of typing for that, where you're actually entering in the exact addresses. But at least from what
Well, all my people don't live in their second homers, so their permanent addresses are everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to look into like bringing it in through an Excel page. I'm not exactly sure how to do, like if you already have a set list of addresses, to just bring that in. I'll have to look into that, because other than that, you would just have to type in specific addresses and select. So I'll have to look into how, if you're able to, I guess, bring them in like that. All right. Well, if nobody else has any questions, thank you all very much for popping in. Again, it'll be posted on the Keller Williams Great Smokies YouTube page and on the Keller Williams Great Smokies Facebook page. It just has to download to my computer, then I have to upload it to YouTube. That actually does kind of take some time. So be patient, but also be on the lookout for it.
Hey, Jackson,
Yes.
can I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
When it chooses the address, does it choose the address of the house itself or the mailing address from the tax card?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. I think it chooses it from the address itself, because it's all just like Google Maps.
Oh, that stinks.
So I don't think it does it from the actual like tax card. I think it does it from the Google. Oh, well.
That would be hard because most of ours are absentee and you wouldn't want to be mailing them to a house where they don't get them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just going to do it in the addresses that are around the area. It's not
Right.
going to like send it to the address that they are currently living at, if they're not living at that actual mailbox, I guess.
Okie
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it doesn't have its limitations, but I think for it, what we want to put this out as is a good option. That if this is something that looks good to you, you know, if you're looking for something that maybe you're just starting this out, I think this is a good option. If there are specifics that this does not really fit, then what works for you is what works for you. You know, this is not going to be the end all be all for sending out direct mailers. I just want to put out there, you know, what Command offers, and if you decide that that's what you want to use, I want to have training on it. So I want to make sure that if anyone decides this is what they want to use, we're teaching them how to use it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Like I said, thanks y'all for hopping in. I'm going to head out and be on the lookout for the video. So I'll see y'all later.